We're very happy to be here this afternoon to share in a vespers service with you. And I see some friendly, familiar faces, so I'm so happy to see. Well, this is the Youth Ensemble of New England, and we rehearse at their conservatory, which is alive and well, with hundreds of students studying music there. We're going to begin today by playing a piece by John Stanley. John Stanley was born in 1712. He was a good friend of George Frederick Handel. He was born in England, and he, is this too loud? Or it's okay. He became blind when he was 2 years old. He was holding a china cup and fell against a marble mantelpiece and became blind. And he started studying the organ when he was 7 years old. And they said he studied very diligently and made tremendous progress, which he must have because he had his own church job by the time he was 9 years old. And even though he could not read notes because he was blind, he had an incredible ear. Somebody would just play something for him once, like somebody else I know here in the audience, it's like that, and then could play it after that. So he was a marvelous friend and a friend also to orphans, and he did a lot of wonderful good there in England. We're going to play a piece of his. This actually was arranged by Gerald Finzi, and it's a concerto grosso, a slow movement and a fast movement, and our soloists with a continual part are Gianna Mucchiudi at the piano, Sarah Urbina with violin, and Hannah Koval with cello. Many people have seen the movie Amadeus, and in that movie, Mozart was portrayed in many ways as a buffoon, and he, of course, loved to laugh. Everybody said that about him, and apparently he had a marvelous laugh. But he was also a deeply spiritual man, which didn't come out at all in that movie, and in a lot of things that are written about Mozart. He wrote some of his most famous music when he was just a teenager. Ave Verum, he wrote when he was 17, and he had church jobs throughout his career. He was a marvelous church musician and a deeply religious man. We're going to play a very devout piece that's written by him. It's the Andante in C major, and Mark is our soloist, and sometimes it's done with violin, sometimes with flute. This afternoon we'll be playing this Andante with flute. When my aunt, Dr. Rittenhouse, started this group many years ago, I don't think she had any concept of what it was going to become and how it would grow. And I just want to say, for everybody here that plays in the orchestra, raise your hand if you had a relative, a parent, an aunt, an uncle, an older brother or sister that played with Dr. Rittenhouse in the orchestra. Your brother played. Raise your hand. There's a lot of kids. So the saying is that music is caught, not taught. So the younger kids come along and catch the excitement of music too. And we have the daughter of one of our, Bonnie, who grew up playing in the orchestra and playing piano, and she's going to play this beautiful work by Max Bruch, the Kol Nidre. Her cello teacher is another old member of the orchestra. I don't say she's old, she wouldn't like that, but my sister-in-law Lauren Rittenhouse, and she's going to play this lovely piece by Max Bruch called the Kol Nidre. The Kol Nidre is a prayer, a Jewish prayer, and I think it really does typify the suffering and the tragedy of the Jewish people. When one of my colleagues who I work with passed away, I noticed they sang this melody at his funeral. And this is supposed to be one of the most solemn and meaningful melodies of all the Jewish music. It's beautiful. Max Bruch himself was Jewish, and he took this beautiful melody and wrote this lovely piece, Kol Nidre. I think I neglected to say Hannah's name, Hannah Koval, who played that beautiful solo. Now we get to hear the organ here. As many of you know, there's not many people studying organ anymore. In fact, it's a great tragedy. Here in our country, we have the most fabulous organs. Joshua Pack is going to play our organ here for us. And this is a nice small organ, it has a lovely sound. But not too long ago, he got to play it there in Mechanics Hall. So that was pretty exciting. But we've been fortunate to play in a lot of churches, have wonderful organs. He's going to play a piece by César Franck. Franck was known for his beautiful melodies. In fact, outside the church where I've been, where he was the organist for, I believe, most of his career, there's a beautiful sculpture of the angel whispering the melody into Franck's ear of the beautiful melodies that he wrote. And this piece is no exception. This is a prelude and variation by César Franck with Joshua Pack playing organ. Moldau River is 270 miles long and goes right through the heart of Czechoslovakia, right through Prague. And Smetana wrote a beautiful piece describing this river. And the name of the river means wild waters. So I think you'll hear the beautiful description of the wild waters that Smetana wrote in this lovely piece that the kids love playing. This one is arranged by Richard Meyer. I noticed my composition teacher is here, Dr. Merriman, and I so much enjoyed playing her beautiful responses this morning and getting to sing them. And so I hope she'll approve of the piece that we're doing next. I wrote it many years ago for my kids' baptism, and I've noticed through the years that there are many young people in the orchestra who love to sing. I've always loved to sing myself, and so we're going to have the singers join us, and we'll do probably the most beautiful words ever written by King David, "The Lord is my shepherd."
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters, beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thou art with me. Thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I shall not want. I shall not want.
All of Johann Sebastian Bach's music was written to the glory of God. At the beginning of every piece that he wrote, he put the words, "Lord, help me," and at the end, "Soli Deo Gloria," to God alone be glory. So I want you to keep that in mind when we think of this next piece. Our soloist is Andrew Pack, and we're going to play the first movement of his harpsichord concerto in D minor, done on the piano. This wonderful work by Johann Sebastian Bach, and our soloist is Andrew Pack. Thank you, Andrew. Now we're going to hear from the Hunt family. This is David Hunt's 20th reunion from his graduation from Atlantic Union College. And we're so thrilled they can sing with us. Their daughter is away at school, and the three of them, Joey, Michelle, and David, will bring, I'm not sure how many numbers, a couple numbers, 2 or 3. They'll tell you.
I don't know if I could play the piano after that. I will try to do my best. Thank you, Andrew. 20 years. As Dr. Drexler mentioned, we are just 3/4 of our family. And it hasn't been easy being 3/4 of your family, because you miss your family. The song that we're going to do for you is a song called Now I See. And it talks about trials and tribulations. The school, Atlantic Union College, has had some in the last few years. And but God is still good in the midst of hard times. Lord, I will continue to worship. Because at the end, we will see what God's love really does. It's good, and His mercy endures forever. Now I see.
In the midst of hard times will I worship. Even when the rain stops, will I sing your praise?
And will I question you when my world is falling down, knowing that you're upholding me?
And now I see what you are to me. When my heart grows weak, you are good. And constantly you reveal to me what true love can be. You are good. Oh, 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 oh. Even in the suffering, you are faithful. And in the times of darkness, hope is shining through.
And will I reach for strength when circumstance weighs me down? You overcome so I can
Constantly you reveal
don't get anything else from what we sing or say tonight, know that He's watching and His love is amazing. So it's called Amazed.
You watch over me while I am unaware. You sing all around, but I never hear the sound. Lord, I'm amazed by you.
Lord, I'm amazed by you.
Lord, I'm amazed by you, how you love me.
How you love me. You paint the morning sky with miracles in mind. My hope will always stand, for you hold me in your hand.
Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you, how you love me. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you, how you love me.
How deep, how wide,
How is your love for me?
how deep, how wide, how deep, how wide.
Is your love for me?
Lord, I'm amazed by you.
Lord, I'm amazed by you.
Lord, I'm amazed by you, how you love me.
This This orchestra was started 47 years ago. Is that right? 48 years ago, by my aunt, Dr. Virginia Jean Rittenhouse, and she started it with 4 of us playing there in her living room up in Sterling. And pretty soon, somebody joined playing the flute, and then not long later, we had somebody playing harp, and then we had an oboe and a cellist, and pretty soon we were an orchestra, and she took us all over the world. She was a dreamer. There was no one like her. I think sometimes she was misunderstood, but she was a teacher par excellence. And we'd like to dedicate this next piece in her memory. This is a piece I remember, I'm sure I have played hundreds of times. It's the Frescobaldi Toccata. We played it all over the world. It's a very grand piece, a very noble piece, and we'd like to play it now in her memory. Our orchestra is composed of young people from the age of about 10 to 18, and we're going to hear now from two of our seniors. The first one is Matt Dallas. He's going to play a beautiful piece written by Saint-Saëns, Romance number 13, on the French horn. We're going to play a piece that I believe will be familiar to many of you, but when we first got it out to play in the orchestra, none of the kids knew it, and which shocked me. So it just goes to show how quickly music can be lost. This piece was written in 1893. It's a Victorian piece, a ballad in a way. It's often sung, but it also sounds beautiful on the trombone. And I think everybody here in the audience will recognize it. The Holy City, and Evan Dacey is going to play it for us today on the trombone. The Holy City by Stephen Adams. We will close now with a piece written by a woman composer. Her name was Miss Matilda Durham. Have you ever heard of her? But like so many people in history, she's lost to history. But at least we know her name, and the description of her was that she had a very lively personality. So I think you can hear that in this piece that she wrote. It was first published in 1843 and then has been arranged by K. Lee Scott. It's a famous hymn. It was first published in a Methodist hymnal, and it's about the time of William Miller. So it's a promised land. Oh, who will come and go with me? I'm bound for the promised land. It's a wonderful old hymn, has a very New England early sound to it, early American sound. And so when you hear this hymn, I want you to think about this lively lady and this wonderful piece that she wrote, and also the wonderful gift that we have of music. It's an incredible gift. When people are saying, oh, nobody's doing music anymore, just remember these kids. They're practicing hard and learning a lot of wonderful music, and I feel very privileged to be able to work with them. We'll now close with I Am Bound for the Promised Land. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. I don't actually know if someone was planning on saying a prayer, but I guess I'll say it. So let's please bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, please be with us through the rest of the evening. We're so thankful for this marvelous gift of music that you've given us, that it brings such joy to us and to those, hopefully, that listen. And please be with us now as we go to our individual ways. Amen.
I want to really give my greatest appreciation to you guys for this was a fantastic concert, and that last piece was professional quality. It needs to be recorded. At this time, we will have some refreshments downstairs. If anybody's still a little bit hungry and would like a little snack. And then at 8:30, we have volleyball and pizza over at the gym. So please join us. And there will be more beautiful classical music at the source location, the training ground, the ground zero for all this beautiful music tomorrow morning at 10, starting at 10 o'clock. So let's not forget that as well. So thank you very much. And Thayer Hall, that's the name of the TPAC, Thayer Performing Arts Center. So we'll see you soon. Thank you, bye.